We have learnt about different types of chemical reactions like combination, decomposition, displacement or combustion. Almost all these chemical reactions are said as redox reaction because both oxidation and reduction takes place in all these reactions. Some of the example for redox reaction happening in day-to-day life is corrosion of metals, photosynthesis, respiration or burning of fuels. Before looking into redox reaction in detail, we should know what is meant by oxidation and reduction reaction. We have already learned in our previous classes that oxidation reaction involves addition of oxygen or addition of electronegative element or removal of hydrogen or removal of electropositive element. Reduction reaction is just opposite to oxidation reaction. In any reaction, if oxygen is removed or hydrogen is added or electronegative element is removed and electropositive element is added, then it is said to be a reduction reaction. But in some chemical reaction, oxygen or hydrogen will not be present. In such type of reaction, how can we identify the substance oxidized or reduced based on this classical concept? So this problem can be solved only when the oxidation or reduction reaction is explained in terms of electron transfer. In an atom, when an electron is lost by an element in a chemical reaction, it is said to be an oxidation reaction. When the electron is gained, it is said to be a reduction reaction. So loss of electrons means oxidation and gain of electrons means reduction. Here one more question arises, how to identify the loss of electron or gain of electron by an element? Let us see now. We all know that elements tends to lose electron or gain electron or share electron to attain stable configuration and form a compound. The number of electron lost, gained or shared by the atom is called as valency. So valency is nothing but the combining capacity of the element. To be more clear, when an atom loses electron, it becomes positively charged. When an atom gains electron, it becomes negatively charged. Both these charge species combines to form a compound. Here, a new concept is introduced to identify where the electron is lost and where it is gained. That concept is called as oxidation number or oxidation state. Valency is just a number, but the oxidation number is a number along with a charge. So the number given to a charged ion is called as oxidation number. This oxidation number is sometimes similar to valency, but it differs for an element when it is present along with other element in the form of molecule or a compound. So a change in the oxidation number in reactant and product explains the substance oxidized or reduced in a chemical reaction. How to find an oxidation number? Here are some rules to determine the oxidation number. When the element or a molecule is present in a free state, that is when it is not combined to any other new element, then the oxidation state is said to be 0. And the oxidation number of monoatomic ion is same as a charge of the ion, that is the same as valency. But if the atoms of different element combines and if they are present as a molecule together, then oxidation number of each element can change based on the element to which it is combined. For example, in the following reaction, S reacts with O2 to form SO2. S and O2 are single elements, so they are not charged. Their oxidation state is 0. But in SO2, two different elements are combined, so they are charged species. We know that oxygen always gains 2 electrons to form the nearest noble gas configuration. As it gains 2 electrons, it becomes negatively charged. So the oxidation number of oxygen and the valency are same, -2. Let's calculate the oxidation number of sulfur now. In SO2, we know the value of oxygen as -2. As there are 2 oxygen atoms, just multiply this oxidation number -2 with the number of atoms 2, it becomes -4. So write this in the type of an equation. S minus 4 is equal to 0. 0 is given because SO2 as a molecule has oxidation state 0. On bringing this -4 to the right side, it becomes +4, which is the oxidation number of sulfur. So sulfur has now the oxidation number +4. Oxidation number of sulfur in the reactant side is 0. Now it has increased to +4 in the product side. So this increase in the oxidation number says that sulfur is oxidized. So this is an oxidation reaction. On the other hand, oxygen with the oxidation number 0 has now decreased to -2 in the product side. So decrease in oxidation number says that it is reduced. So this reaction is called as reduction reaction. Let's look into one more redox reaction. Here zinc reacts with HCl to form zinc chloride and hydrogen. Here zinc and hydrogen are in free state, so their oxidation number is 0. As the formula of a compound is written by crossing the valency, it is easy to find the oxidation number of hydrogen and chlorine in HCl and zinc and chloride in zinc chloride. We know that chlorine has a valency -1 and for hydrogen it is +1. For zinc chloride, chlorine is -1 and for the zinc it is +2 because the subscript for chlorine is written as 2. It means that 2 belongs to zinc. So in this reaction, the oxidation number of zinc has increased from 0 to +2. So it is oxidized. In the same way, the oxidation number of hydrogen has decreased from +1 to 0. So it is said to be reduced. So this is a redox reaction. So in the next example, it is easy for us to calculate the oxidation state of all the molecules except MnO2. Because the oxidation number is determined with the help of valency that is crossed. As a subscript for oxygen is 2, Mn should have +2 as the oxidation number and oxygen should have -1. But we know that valency of a diatomic molecule oxygen is always -2 and it is constant. So in this situation, we have to calculate the oxidation number of manganese. As number of oxygen atoms in MnO2 is 2 and its oxidation number is -2, multiply -2 with this 2, it becomes -4. On bringing this -4 to the right side, the oxidation number of manganese is found to be +4. As the oxidation number of manganese has decreased from +4 to +2, it is reduced. And as the oxidation number of chlorine has increased from -1 to 0, it is said to be oxidized. So both oxidation and reduction happen simultaneously in this reaction. So it is said to be a redox reaction. So from all these examples, it is clear that increase in oxidation number means it is oxidized and decrease in oxidation number means it is reduced.